And welcome to something very special. My name is Dr. Asabi and I am on the SMP server with the first weekly recap of what's been going on in the live streams and of course the server as a whole. I'm really excited to have this series kind of explain what's been happening in terms of building and all the other stuff, because let's be honest folks, a lot of people aren't going to have time to watch the live streams. As entertaining as they are, you know, some people got stuff to do and it's much easier to have a 10-minute or 15-minute recap of all the stuff we've been doing on the server today. And with that, I thought it would be an excellent idea if I made a sort of recap series every week or so, just detailing the progress we've made on the world in terms of my faction, the faction base as a whole, as well as some other developments in the world. So I think without further ado, let's get into the recap. Okay, so where do we begin but of course the Basilica building, situated in the centre of the castle courtyard. So from the time lapse we have done a lot, and alongside that I have something very special to show you. On behalf of my good friend Catmanjoe, he has been able to make some magnificent screenshots using the shaders that he's got on his own computer. So those look really nice in my opinion. So of course, looking into the main building over here, this has taken much planning, let me tell you. My main kind of plan was putting it onto the main design world and then porting it over into a survival aspect. So in that respect, we have our kind of main centerpiece on the world, and that grass block is going to haunt me. I'll get rid of that later. But the second thing that I needed to do was actually get some materials in order to get the main never against white aesthetic. So the second thing I actually did alongside the Basilica was this amazing nether portal. So going inside said nether portal, you'll see what I mean in a second. Now, do I have a gold helmet? I bet I do. 1 second. Yeah, I've got a gold helmet. Fantastic. So if we go over here, we've got loads of nether wart which we can mine and stuff like that. But the main thing that actually was a big threat to me, it wasn't the piglins, it wasn't the ghasts, it was the hoglins. Yeah, that's right, the pigs. If I can actually find one over here, I can tell you what I mean. So yeah, we've got a hoglin over here. Let's see, over here. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh well, they're not really doing much damage. But honestly, at the start, these things would absolutely harass me, because you know I'm not always in shiny diamond armor. I am going to be somewhat squishy at the first few days on the server, and these things were just eating me alive, quite literally, which was very annoying. But overall, it wasn't too bad of an experience getting all the materials. You know, once you kind of find what you're looking for and you got the materials and the tools, it doesn't take too long in my experience. Now, the main thing that I was annoyed with with, was the amount of grinding it took to make all of this diorite. Which leads us to the community mine. Now, I say community is more kind of reserved for my my faction, but this is the first mine we actually did. This is in fact the first thing I actually mined when I kind of arrived on this island at the kind of corner of the main map. And as you can see, this goes on for honestly. I was saying on stream that they can make a liminal horror series out of these mines just in general. They go on forever and ever and ever, going into caves and stuff like that, just so you can mine some more diorite and add to the castle. Not to mention all of the other ores that kind of come alongside that, because what I'll do, I'll mine the diorite first and then I'll mine the ores. So in terms of actually like material collection, we've had a pretty decent run. Obviously you can really tell by how much we've been able to collect through the massive kind of castle courtyard we've got over here, which really kind of it adds a nice kind of sheen, I can say, which kind of brings on to our next kind of issue. Well, not issue, but the kind of main next project that I'm going to focus on. Because in terms of the courtyard, apart from the interior of the main basilica building, we're pretty much done. I do need to put a few more details here and there, but we're pretty much done in terms of the bridge. Obviously, I forgot to mention this wonderful bridge over to the kind of faction town, where people are kind of building their own kind of shanty houses and all sorts of goodness. So of course we've got the Hall of Eyes down there, and a lovely bridge going out into the town. So in terms of the courtyard and the main basilica building, we are pretty much done on that. So the next project on the horizon is going to be the castle canals, which, because this is kind of inspired by Savathun's Throne World, is going to be the next kind of idea on our bucket list. So I'm really excited to kind of start detailing this. For those who don't know, on my live stream, this was an absolute pain. It truly was a grind to get all of this diorite just to build up, and kind of, you know, make it a lot less cobblestoney. Because what I've decided to do is that on the interior of the wall, because it is 3 blocks wide, I have put down a cobblestone wall like so, just to, you know, save on diorite, and then I can just fill out the sides with some lovely diorite texturing and whatnot. So of course that is going to be our next project, which will most likely show in the next weekly recap. But we'll wait and see. Now, in terms of future plans and my general satisfaction with this build, I am absolutely chuffed about how this is going so far. We're doing quite a lot of progress for the first week. Of course, we've got this amazing basilica building. We've got the nether portal. We've got the details that are slowly kind of displaying themselves inside the build themselves. This is an example of one of them. These wonderful kind of hive statues with the glass being used as swords. It's a really nice touch in my opinion. So everything is coming along quite nicely in my opinion. I've only died once, which is a big achievement for me. A lot of people joke that I can't really do PvP, and Java PvP is a bit weird. You kind of have to wait until you hit a mob before it takes damage. You can't really spam hit it like on Bedrock. So yeah, I would dare say that has been our first weekly recap for this SMP. My future plans are basically going to focus on the interior of the basilica as well as the main canal area. I've got some ideas on what to do around here, just off the canal, but I'll kind of save those for the next weekly recap. So of course that has been our video for today, a weekly recap of the survival SMP. I do hope my brain doesn't melt before I end this video. But if you do like what I do, please like this video and subscribe. I'm having a whale of a time just building on the SMP live streams. And of course, if you do like this content, then of course I am streaming SMP live streams at the weekends, so make sure to tune in to that. My name has been Dr. Wasabi. I wish you a most pleasant good evening. And of course, as always, God bless.
And now, folks, it is time to say good night. We sincerely appreciate your viewing and hope we've succeeded in providing you with an enjoyable evening of entertainment. Stay happy and come back again soon. Good night.